What's good, praise yeah. What's good, everybody? Yeah, so chilling. Go. I like how clean the desk looks. I mean, it's another thing aside from it being portable. I just like how clean the setup is. So just chilling. I ain't got nothing too planned out, but I do have some records here, so I was gonna go through these. And I'm just at the point of exploring this thing. Earlier I came up on here and just unboxed this, and so far all I've done is made a drum kit. I figured out how to name samples, how to save a project, updated the firmware, and that's it. So I'm just kind of looking at some things. So if you guys want to kick it, then come on, kick it. Let me see. So let me know in the chat window if you guys got your MPC samples, and if you do, I mean, why aren't you getting busy? What are you doing here? But no, really, I mean, I'm just like barely touching the surface. Although I know this is compared to like the other MPCs, it's pretty limited, but it's cool. For me, it's definitely a keeper even at what it's at. But you know, I've seen a couple videos this morning. I haven't had a chance to watch any more. Maybe we could do that on here. Let me know what's your favorite video so far where you got like the most valuable information. Maybe I'll pull up the Andertons one because, you know, I love watching Jack's videos. You know, shout out to him once again. He popped in, you know, when this was still at the leak point like a week ago, and was telling us about how excited he was. So I think I'll go watch that one. I've watched the Andy Mack one. So it's cool, even at its simplicity, even at its state right now. It's missing a few things, but it also surprised me. Some things I'm happy about, that I'll be able to use this in the way that I want to use it. And I'll go over those points. And yeah, I'm just trying to log into my chat window, into my YouTube account. Oh yeah, we got Dad's Son on the. They sent him that one. I gotta watch that. I'm gonna pull that up here in a second. That'll be. I love watching that guy because I'm somewhat of an aspiring finger drummer. I did it for like a year straight. That's all I was doing. It's because I wanted to get good at it, and I've gotten okay enough to the point where it makes making beats a lot easier. So I think that's a key thing to do is practice your performance abilities. Just build your skills up, regardless of what piece of equipment you got. You know, so you don't need a lot of features. Just the basics. I definitely just need a few key things, and I'm good. So, but I'm gonna pull up that Dad's Son here in a second, real quick. Here's the live stream, and 17 of y'all watching. Let me get a thumbs up for the algo. Yeah, and pad layering. I noticed there's a simult pad, but I don't think there's cycles. So that's one thing. It's not a super deal breaker or nothing. Shoot. Like I still like getting down like on. I set up this little kit right here, and these pads feel good. You know. So yeah, I put that kit together just with stock sounds that are in here. Most of them are like boom bap sounds from the boom bap category. So I figured I had to do that so far. I haven't explored too much of this stuff. I might just go through here and see what kind of. Let's do that, yeah. So I'm just setting up like a project. Like I got 3 pad banks. Got my favorite bass tone on here. Put into 16 levels. So yeah, right off, one of the things that I am upset about is, but we'll find a workaround. And Loop Pop already found a workaround. But we can kind of toggle these different 16 level functions, and all you have is tune, velocity, and filter, basic stuff. I mean, that's like what probably the original MPCs had. But there's no scale mode, which I was wrong about, because I was assuming. Although this, I wouldn't be too surprised if it comes. 'Cause even in the description on like the Amazon listing that was leaked last night, there was a little note that said there's an update that's coming in April, and with that update, we're gonna get like the project's compatibility with MPC 3. So I still assume, even from the wording when I first read it, it sounded like back and forth, but I would still assume that the projects are gonna be like one way, right? But I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. So I mean, watching these videos this morning, it did surprise me. Some of the things that I was hopeful for are there. Like, this is still, I haven't tried it yet, but fixed length recording is one thing that was like, I wonder how that's going to work. And I seen it demonstrated, and I will be able to do like vocals with that. So just like I would with the SP. So very excited about that this is going to meet those key points that I want. But yeah, to get back on track, I was talking about 16 levels. I had assumed that because they added scale mode into 16 levels, which I don't know when they did it, but like if you break out like your MPC Live, whichever MPC you have, 16 levels now has scale mode. So of course there are workarounds. I already got some in mind. I mean, you could just sample notes straight in and pitch pads and all that, and make scales like that. I want to see if there's a way of actually, I don't know if there's a way of like changing multiple pad settings at once. There might be. That would be a good thing for that. But one thing I want to pull, maybe I'll even pull it up here. I got to go to the Loop Pops video, but he made a cool little auto sampler where you can auto sample scales, and then you just put that into chop, and then you have like the different notes of the scale separated by chops on the pads. Super dope idea. Like I probably would have came up with that idea, not the auto sampler part, but at the very least, like chopping up notes and making your own scales and stuff. That's what I used to do back when I had like the 500. You know, that kind of functionality didn't exist, so you had to make do with it. So like I said, man, even at this state, man, this is a keeper just because it's so convenient and it has the basic functions. And I kind of like workarounds, so I like, finding that kind of stuff, and then it ends up being a cool thing you could share, make a video out of it. But yeah. Chat window, what's good? Infinite, I'm just gonna call you Infinite. Any pad layering, you had asked that. I had answered. There is a link method for sure, but that's not even something that I use. Like, I skip over that on the SP because that has simult. McFly, what's good? What's the largest size SD card you can use? I heard someone say 2 terabytes. I forget who it was exactly. I just have a 32 gigabyte one in there right now, but yeah, 1 terabyte, you're set. Has the same RAM as the MPC one, which the RAM was higher. I'm good with it, man, because, well, you don't have key groups in here. I don't know if that'll be something that they update. I don't really see it. This is definitely an ode to older school samplers, but with some added conveniences from like today's samplers and their functionality. 2 gigs is cool. I mean, I'm happy with that. But yeah. I mean, if they're gonna squeeze like key groups or instrument plugins into this, then it'd be a whole another story, I think. But with 2 gigs, it's quite a bit. Ali Star, what's good, man? What a day. Yeah, man, how you feeling? Did you order yours? Did you get one? I'm pretty sure from what I've seen you write. I don't know if you said you ordered one, or you said you were gonna order 2. Maybe that was you. Yeah, there's simulpad. Can you load the project on a live? I haven't tested it. I heard you can. I think you can at this point, but you can't like load it backwards. Yeah, and you can, like, song mode is cool from what I've seen. You can export to an audio file, so you can do a mix down straight from this. Terabyte. Remember, you need to get micro SD. I don't know if you if you have this yet, but it is micro SD. Scrooge, that dude, what's up, man? Yeah, I seen someone. I think Loopop was using it with the software. There is step editing. Not something I have explored yet. Chocolate Boy Swagger, what's up? If you have shack fingers like I do, this must be a disadvantage. Maybe, man. Maybe. Yeah. Can I walk through the simulpad function? Maybe. I mean, I haven't done it yet, and honestly, I'm not really excited about it, so it's not really something I use. How do you guys use that? Like, I assume just to like layer sounds, make fatter drum sounds or something, and maybe resample them. But yeah, when I stumble across through that section, I'll take a look at it. And the pads, they're very nice. The what's it called? The sensitivity is nice. I think it might be even more sensitive than the live. It might at least be the same. So you got to do an online update. Yeah, I think I have that pulled up right here. Let me see. I just typed in, I just Google searched it. And then I came across a Reddit post. So I came over here. So find this Reddit post. It'll be the easiest way to get there because I don't have links for you available. It'd be easier than trying to read. So like I just Akai MPC sample firmware update, PSA. There's already a firmware update, MPC sample, and then like the second or the first comment, click on this link that takes you over to here, and then there's a how to update your MPC sample. I just clicked on that, not this, because I'm not even using a PC or a Mac. And then it took me over. Yeah, it took me over here, which I already have open, I think. Okay, took me over here. And then I believe I just clicked on this here. I clicked on this. And supposedly you can just go to like mpc-sample.local, and somewhere in the comments said you could do it on the phone, but I tried it on my phone and didn't have any success. But anyways, I don't know why that's not popping up. Maybe because it's already open. I already have it open here. Clicked on it, and then it brought up this right here. And then I just had a USB cable plugged into my iPad, and then there's like a download or update button, and then it'll go through, you get that little line, load it up, and then did update just automatically. I don't think I had to press anything on the actual MPC sample, and that was it. And then it just shut off, came back on, and it was good. So let's see what we got up here. I wanna play that Datsun video. Here it is. Okay, that was cool. I don't know if that was my favorite flip from Datsun, but cool to see him on that. I wonder if he'll do more content with it. Yeah, so I was kind of skimming through some of these. I seen blatantly blatant, man. I caught the end of your thing. I don't know if you're popping in here or not. But yeah, man, same situation over here. He was talking about he got on the pre-order with the leak with Alto, and then didn't end up getting his today, which I did too. I canceled mine like when I went to GC a couple days ago, and I got the hint, wink, wink, that they had some in store, but they couldn't tell me, and I just had to come back. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna wait for Alto because I know that's gotta have to ship, so it'd be quicker for me just to walk over to the store. So that's what I did, cancel that order and went over to GC. Shout out to Zounds though. Shout out to Zounds. I got a link in the description if you guys are still looking to pick it up. I think these are only on pre-order right now. Let's see, April 17th. See, that's quite a wait. That's why I mean, I love Zounds because it's easy and affordable, and they don't try to get you with the what do you call it, the interest. Oh, let me show you this though. So I bought a case because you guys are probably wondering about this at this point. I bought a case for my Teenage Engineering EP-133, and I just tried it out, and I figured that this actually fits for the MPC sample, because the MPC sample is slightly smaller in, from like top to bottom. And it's only $15. And so if you guys want to grab one of these, there's a link in my description right now for it. It's right under the link for the Zounds to get the MPC sample. So use that link if you appreciate it. Use that link, man, because I am affiliated up on there and I need to get my Amazon bucks up. All right. Let's see. Stuntman made it. What's good? Got yours today. Pretty dope for what it is. One, what's good? No ego, what's up? Can you do me a favor and place a quarter on one of the pads for scale purpose? Pads are exact size of a quarter. Yeah, I could probably do that. I gotta go find a quarter. I think I know where there's one. Hold on, let me stop this thing from moving around. I already got a phone call. It's gonna be a nice loungy one. Yeah, bro. Hey, Andre needs to just go ahead and watch the stream, bro. You know I'm in the stream. Just turn on YouTube, bro. Shout out to Rob for holding it down at work. I took the day off today. I had to. It's the first time I ever done anything like that, Take the day off for a release of an MPC. But shout out to holding it down. I hope he's not too irritated knowing this is what I'm doing. But yeah, here we go. Got a quarter. I think I've seen someone do this already. Fix that up. Yep, smaller than a quarter, bro. Let's see, maybe a nickel size. Here's a nickel. Kind of slightly smaller than a nickel, man. So yeah, small pads, bro. But they're still bigger than the Sample Trek and a Lo-Fi 12 XT. So, which are nice pads, velocity wise, right out the box. And these are as well. Like I haven't even tried to. I don't think I even need to go look for any kind of velocity sensitivity setting in this somewhere in a menu, which I'm not sure. Like I'm not even sure how to get to any kind of menus on this yet. MPC 1 pads are exactly like a quarter. Okay. Do expansions load up on this? Yeah, I noticed I kind of messed with the effects on multiple pads thing. One thing that kind of like I'll do that right now. I was messing with I gotta have my shit, like centered. The knob effects. So go to select, and then I was like down here at the vinyl emulator. The thing is, it's gonna like end up being on my voice because I got my mic going into the sample. Okay. Check. But now when I'm talking to, it's going in, and I thought that would have been solved. Like I was curious about this whole. So if you go shift sample, brings you into the input configuration, and there's rec input effects on and off. But when it's off, it's still, my voice is still going through that effect, and I can't seem to turn it off. So that's a little bit annoying, and I wish there was more. So I guess the input effects is limited to whatever knob effects you got going, and so I'm gonna turn it off real quick because I don't like how it sounds, my voice triggering it. Although I'll just go in here real quick and kind of adjust some of these settings. Turn the crackle down because that's the most annoying part, right? Check. So I like the tone of it. I just don't like that my voice is going through it right now. It's kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna bypass that for now. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I want to actually just let me go through some of these loops because I've been sitting down here after I made this drum kit. That's where I kind of stopped. I had other things to do is when I was looking for a sample to chop. And then I was going through the records a little bit slower. So let me just see what they have in the loops and stuff. Yeah, the pads couldn't get much smaller, but like the Sonicware stuff, man. I wonder if you can turn this down somewhere. The preview is pretty loud. I guess that's everything in the loop, so I didn't find anything I really liked. So we got some one shots. Maybe I'll load up some one shots too. Put on my pad bank B. Nice. Let me just load that up. now they left scale mode out, but you can't say Roland didn't do too much better when they released the SP. It had scale mode, but it just didn't have polyphony at all. It was like monophonic. Okay, I'm just gonna load those for now for later, and then I gotta turn these on. Where is it? Oh, okay, it's right here. My bad. So if I want to switch it from one shot to note on, shift plus the chop button, and then do like a amp, envelope, release. So yeah, you had asked when you use 16 levels, is your bottom left pad not lit? It's not. See, another cool thing with like that's missing here is with 16 levels on tune, aside from that scales not being there, you're able to decide where your original note is. So like, say this note it's a C, I would kind of want it down here at the bottom, you know, but instead it moves it to here. So this is C, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, you know? And then also, can I even play chords with this? I don't think so. I think it's monophonic because like it's cutting the notes off. And I think that was a bug that I had found inside the MPC, because it's been a long time since I actually used chromatic or 16 levels for playing notes and stuff. But I was messing with it not too long ago, and I was like, yo, why are the notes cutting each other off? I always thought 16 levels was polyphonic, so you could play chords, and so yeah, that seems to be an issue there. So I hope that gets addressed in the update, and they just how it is sometimes. So, but shoot, whatever. Let's go. Let's keep moving. Looking at this thing. Dr. X was good. I think we got it. What's good, my boy? Can you specify the BPM for time searching anywhere, or is it just the? I do not know. I haven't explored that. I gotta find that because I did see the official Andy McKiI video where he was doing that, because that's one thing I do want to figure out is like when I grab a sample, how I always start when I make something. I'll grab a loop, I'll make a loop, cut it nicely, and then count the beats. And you can do that in the sample edit with the other MPCs from BPM, add your beats, and then there's a way of doing that here. I've seen them do it, but I'm not sure where it's located. I might have to pull a video up to look to so I can navigate there easily without trying to stumble around and find it. Safe one shot was good. But yeah, that was your question. All city to city looks dope. What does the hand rest pad feel like? Is it soft or stiff? It's kind of like it's kind of stiff, but it's got a little push to it. So yeah, it's kind of nice, man. Yeah, it feels nice. That's useful, especially if you're not like a finger drummer. I always remember back in the day when I was first getting into production, I remember I had this friend whose dad was a producer, so he naturally had some ability from being around it. But like he would hold on. Turn the 16 levels off. He would, input maybe a kick at on a track, and maybe y'all have done this. I used to do it so you'd be like, so you're kind of imitating your snare there. You know what I mean? Hey. So I found it. There you go. Found a little purpose for that there. What is it? Not enjoy the content creator streams today. Their streams? Well, shit, man. Well, I hope you feel differently about this one. Take it easy, bro. You're I can't think of it. Can't think of the right word. You are a perfectionist. That's one thing for sure. I remember that conversation we had, man. I ended up cutting it into a video where that was the key phrase you said. You're trying to pull out the Excalibur sword. I get it. So maybe a little hypocritical, bro. But yeah, I haven't seen the video, so. But like you said, the Andertons one was good, man. I always enjoy watching Jack do his thing on there, man. He's just got a lot of like genuine like excitement for reviewing things, it seems like. And it's cool the way they have it set up, you know. DJ Rec, yes, I'm having fun, man. Definitely. Having fun with this toy. Trader to the Living, what's up? Feels like it was made for me. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely, like I said before, like it's not the MPC Mini I was wanting at this time, but it is the MPC Mini I probably wanted a few years ago. And you know what? It kind of is the SP that I want, just because of the sequencing, I think, mainly. I mean, because it's pretty close. It's pretty close to an SP in some ways, you know? Just, they're definitely biting, man. That's for sure. It's definitely like a battle that's going on here, you know? So it's fat. Best sound of it I've heard today. What is? A decent 1 terabyte micro SD card range from $80 to $140. Really? I cop Benito. I copped 2 first time ever on release date. Wow, I'll grab 2. What are you gonna do about those? Are you like collecting one, or are you giving one to somebody? Or the pads are straight. Yeah, the sensitivity got something to them. They're nice, huh? Thanks for taking us through the unit, for sure, man. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of slow. Like, half an hour in? What have I done so far? But I like the chat, you know. How much at Guitar Center? So what I did was I took something into trade, hoping I would get a little discount on it, but they didn't do it. Usually, if you go, it's not necessarily trade. If you go in and you sell some used gear to them, they'll give you like a 10 or 15% off. They didn't end up doing that, but I got $45 for the MIDIMIX, and so I just put that towards this. But they ended up getting me for the insurance, because I was like, you know what? If this thing is as cheap as I might think it is as far as build, I'm probably going to need some insurance on it. So he got me. So I spent $80 on insurance for 3 years. Am I a fool or what? But I mean, just being like that, I know I'm going to take this with me every single day. It might come in handy one of these days. So hopefully not. So I think it ended up being like $470, but like I said, man, $45 from the MIDIMIX towards it, and then $80 for that insurance. Bobby Beats, what's good, man? Yeah, man, I'm happy to finally have it here in front of me. Got them Samsung interchangeable size joints. I think this is charged up, so I'm going to unplug it for now. OSR, what's good? Denkron, what's good? Terrell Jones. Yeah, like I said, it's not necessarily the Mini I always dreamed of, but yeah, man, as soon as I kind of get used to it, I think it's going to be pretty fast. I like that I'm seeing some things that are similar to MPC 3 that I like. Because one thing I was thinking about is, like, here we go to Pad Bank. I was trying to figure out how to delete samples, but I don't think it's even necessary. So I got this sample here. I wasn't going to use it. Couldn't figure out a way how to erase it. Like, I was like, let me do that, but that just clears the pad. That might do it, though. So let me shift undo, though. bring it back. So, but I think this works like MPC 3, and like if you record something new onto the pad, it replaces it, just like it would be if you went into, let's say, sample select, and I go and load something, it replaces it. The way this works too, like if I click these plus and minus, it's gonna go through and put a new sample there. So it's replacing it, just like MPC 3, where it's purging the previous sample. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if there's like a window where it shows you all the samples that are loaded, kind of like when you go into your live or one, and then you go to project and you see like the list of your samples there and all your programs and all that. But I think this is how this works. So it doesn't really, I don't think that really matters, being able to erase it. And then I wanted to figure out how to like name stuff. And you do have like a shift name. I like this. Like this is nice. Let me go back, undo if I can. I want to bring that other sample back. See how far. I don't know how many undos we get with this, but it seems it's cooler than the SP in that regards, because like the SP undo is just for the sequencer, not for any actions outside of it. So just like the MPC, that's really powerful. I mean, that's, you know, even with the limitations, making this kind of like a tribute to old school MPCs, the 60, the 3000, whatever. Being able to undo like pad presses, like, you know what I mean? Like all that, edits and all that, like, you know, that's a cool thing. That's a cool thing. A simple but powerful thing to have. And you don't have that in the SP. So I don't know if, what's his name? DJ Rec, if you're still in here, you usually pop in and just like pop out, I feel like. But he has some criticism to say about this thing, and I think he was saying that it's not really a competitor against the SP, but I mean that alone, you know, and then the sequencer already. Let me just sequence some drums just for the heck of it real quick. Let's go in there without even having anything else ready. I still got to navigate. So boom. Pick a sequence. No, we don't want to be on pad bank H. Okay, A. Okay. Rec. What's my tempo at? Okay, so tempo. How did you do that again? Right here. Global. BPM. So you do sequence or global. I'm going to just do it on global. I'll set my global to. So I like that. Click, hold, turn the knob. You can do like fine tuning. All right. Rec quantize on off. I mean that's some of this stuff is better than the way some of the bigger MPCs are. You know? Like I mean you have this functionality now on like the MPC 1 and the Live 2. So I guess I can't really say that, because the Live 1 is missing something like a quantize button, or like, you know, quantize on off. There, you got that right there. So amongst some other things that I like better than the way my MPC Live is set up. But yeah, we got rec on. I haven't figured out how to turn all this on and off. I don't know, like just swing. We got swing here, quarter notes. But you know, you got your bars. How many bars can you do? 128 bars. 2 bar, leave it at 2 bars. And then count in is on. I'm not sure how to turn it off if you wanted to, but I usually want it on anyway. So sec record. Whoops. Hold on, shift undo. Move over to pad bank A. This pad bank A, what the hell? Okay. See, already that's better. So like you can go into sequence, but you got to go in here to select your sequence. With the SP, you have to hit record, and then once it starts, you have access to your pads. But this, I can just select a sequence and then move back to my sample section. I can freely move along around here, and then I can hit record. Just for that, this is better than the SP. Sequencer is better. All right. I think people are going to get along with this sequencer a lot better than, like, that's the main reason why people don't like the SP, I think. And so the SP becomes like an effects box for a lot of people, which is not how I use it. So this is more ideal. This is almost like what I wanted to see when I was using like the Sonicware stuff. And I was like, man, if only Sonicware made something kind of like the SP where you're free to like kind of move around and like sample whatever you want on the pads, delete, you know, bring other things in and make new ideas, put them together. Have that freedom, but then have the sequencing that's in like the Lo-Fi 12XT by Sonicware, which is a lot better than the SP. I feel like this is that. This is that pretty much. I mean, shoot. I mean, that's not the most interesting thing, but that was pretty easy to do. Probably undo it though. So an undo undid everything. I don't know if that's how it works on the bigger MPCs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, I don't know, let me grab some records. See what I can find on a record. So did I miss something? I keep seeing people say happy sample day. Is that what this is now? Is that a new term, or am I missing something? Is there always been a sample day, or is that just today? Because it just sounds like another thing that like marketing that's going after rolling. So is this going to be the official sample day every year? Like 324? 0324? I don't even know what this is. Praise strings. Cello and piano. Okay, I'll try these three. I got a Stevie Wonder record down there and like a Roberta Flack one, but I'm not going to put those on. So this is Wow. I don't know anything about Wow. You guys know about Wow? Any big vinyl diggers out there? I guess I should display the sample while I'm sampling so y'all can see that if you don't have one. So, sample rec. I got it in there. I'll do it again. Sample rec, and then just tap to record, and then you tap again. This is cool too, because you can change the input right here. Oops. You can change the input right here. Oh, this is the built-in mic right here. I haven't even tested this yet. This is how the built-in mic sounds. That sounds pretty good. So you can switch input, mic. That's really good, actually. One of the better ones I've heard so far. Mic check, mic check. Oh, whoops. Of course, you can get the taps in there, so that's not cool. I gotta remember to go out before I hit the pad again, or it's gonna record over it. Change the input right here. Clear pad. clear pad. So that makes sense. I think that's the way of going about deleting a sample. You just clear it off a pad, and it probably just removes it from the whole deal. So switch this back to rear. Here we go. And then you got free settings. This is where you can do the fixed length recording, which is, I think it is. Oh, you can do, I think it just does the length of the sequence, which is perfect. With the SP, you got like, you can set the amount of bars, I believe. So this is just, which makes sense. I don't think I need anything beyond whatever the sequence length is. Then you got your threshold right here. So, yeah, I'm going to do this one more time real quick. Well, do I need to? I already showed you how to record. So, sample. All right. I believe shift and this knob will do zoom ins. But being these aren't like endless. Okay, we're on envelope. So trim. I'm on sorry, I want to say. I don't know. Since these are like not endless encoders, and sometimes it sticks, just like the SP2, where you gotta like turn it all the way before it responds. So you like that? This loops. So and this is kind of unique to the MPC, just having a loop button. So then I could like switch back to bank A. Right. Stop it. And let's go tune. I want to figure out how to turn the metronome on playback. How would I go about doing that? I'm not sure. That's how you turn counting off, on. I like having the quantities on playback sometimes, just so like if I'm trying to sync my loop to the tempo, make sure it's on point. But yeah, there's supposed to be a way of going in and counting the beats here, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll like pull up a video. Let's see. I think I was like I think I was in Ab McCree's live stream earlier, and someone had said that it sold out. I'm not sure if that's true. There's a lot of videos on this. How do you bounce your stems? I'm not sure about stems. I think you can do a whole mix down with the song mode. So you can either choose to mix down to like a larger sequence or do audio. Najee Harrison, what's good? Beats and guitars. Changes in the update that was just updated. Yeah, I can look at that. I think it's just bug fixes, man. I had that up here. The release notes. Hold on a sec. SD card access in the project page, Enter SD card access to transfer files between your computer and SD card. Export song to sequence while in song mode. Pressing export will allow you to choose between exporting as audio or new sequence. Allowing creation of automation across the project and performing effects over your arrangement. If the new sequence is longer than 128 bars, you'll not be able to edit the length of the created sequence. Loop lock per pad. While in sample, trim holding shift and tapping loop lock. B1 will lock the loop start to the sample start position. Ideal for percussion loops. This setting is per pad. Different pads can have different loop lock states. Changes, improvements to saving and loading, improvements to disk streaming, voice management, improvements to autosave. Fixed crash when zooming on long samples in chop mode. Windows doesn't shift to markers when moving between lazy chop slices. Waveform zoom is not retained when adjusting start and knobs in chop. Sample previews do not play over USB audio anymore. So mostly like bug fixes, but yeah, that first one is good. The exporting to audio. So yeah, I don't know. Wasn't using it long enough to really experience any bugs yet, but I did kind of notice some weird response when it comes to like chopping. But like I was just saying earlier, you gotta like twist the knob back and forth to get it to reset because they're not endless. Andy Mac should have sent you this personally for free for all the positivity you provided the community over the years. Yeah, they messed up, man. They messed up. I don't know how they sold this out without me. Or did I help? I don't know. Maybe I helped. Nah, I'm not serious, bro. Whatever. I don't think I want to even be in that position. It sounds cool. You know, it was kind of a dream at one point. I remember like a few years ago, I had gotten some communication with them. I was super excited. And then for some reason, I thought they were going to send me something. Even in, like I had a conversation with someone over a video chat that worked over there. And then it just came down to them just sending me a firmware update before it was released, like a couple days before. I was like, oh, okay. So I should have been grateful for, whatever, but it didn't give me an opportunity to really do much or take advantage of that. But I did learn what an NDA was and sign that all up just for a couple of days knowledge. But yeah, I think I think this might be the last time I do, like try to cover any leaks, man. I don't know if I want to do that anymore. But I'm just saying that, you know, I generally get excited about this stuff. I'm not doing it for any other reason. There is the benefit of getting a lot of viewers at this time. Like we got 106 people right here. That's probably the limit of the amount of people that come in and watch the streams. Usually doesn't get that high, only with the hype, you know. So covering the leaks will do that, but I only do it because I like doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it, you know. So and there's just like an element of getting free stuff that puts a pressure on it that actually makes it unenjoyable. So I don't know how many of the creators that are doing it and been doing it for the last couple years, and do they actually enjoy it? I mean, maybe they do, but I feel like my head is, I don't know, I'm kind of losing a lot of the desire to do what I did when I came in. As you see, like I don't really do as many videos anymore. I don't do as many tutorials. It's like the desire to do it is not there so much anymore. You know, so who knows? Maybe this will be the last one, unless it's something really good. You know, if they come out with a new like MPC key or something and that's leaked, or like maybe I might be interested with what they're doing with the MPC one, but new keyboards, all that, like I think I'm good unless they start innovating with something else, you know. But I'm probably not going to cover it. Who knows, man? I always go back on my word when it comes to stuff like this because it just depends on how I feel. I kind of just want to keep my head down and like start writing. I want to find a different balance and stuff. Sundalo, yeah, for sure, man. I like watching him to get some inspiration going as far as like chopping samples and finger drumming. Sold 2 mixers and the TE, paid $90 for it. Yeah, I considered selling the TE, but I was like, let me just get in and out, and my wife bought me that one, so I don't know if I'm gonna let that go quite quick. And I wanted to be able to do like a comparison and feel how, you know, the heft and build quality of the TE versus this, and the size of them. But I just, at this point, I kind of prematurely bought that. I was really trying to hold off on not getting the TE because I started getting all into watching videos on it. Like, oh, I got the gas for it. And then I was like, nah, let me stop. I'm going to watch videos. I started watching videos on the MPC Live. Like, I was looking up OG MPC Live videos on purpose so that I would get some gas for the MPC that I had, and just like try to knock out that whole even temptation of buying something new. And I told my wife that, and she's like, I'll buy it for you. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, man, the thing's cool, but like with this now, like, you know, like Bolo said in his video, saw the intro at least, this is knocking out the competition for sure. Kai only sends free machines to gatekeepers. Hey, Trader to the Living, I appreciate you, my boy. I feel you, but I had to say it. I honestly think this would have happened without your push. Wouldn't have happened without your push, even if it's not exactly what you wanted. The fact you didn't get one is lame and not how things should be. Yeah, bro, honestly, I try to have a cool head about it, but and like not take things personally, but as far when it comes to Andy Mack, I got respect for him and what he does. He's a good musician and presenter and all that, and he seems like he's, you know, he's got a lot of charisma for what he does. It works well for his job, but I don't think he has any left for me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, honestly, like there's a point where I want to take it personal, because when I reached out to him, or I think he even reached out to me when I had posted the images of the broken MPC 61. I think he reached out to me and then offered me free expansions, and then try to work out a way to get me a keyboard replacement. But it wasn't that he was going to get me one, is that he was seeing if he had one in stock that I could buy. And so like he had some, and he's like, oh, but these are only for creators or whatever. And then so that didn't work out because I didn't have the money. I had to put it on credit. And then I reached out to him and asked him if those expansions were still in the house, and just the way that he responded to me, it was kind of short. And it was like, yeah, dude, send them today. What's your email or whatever? And I sent him an email, and I never got the expansions. And then I tried to reach out to him after that, just left on red, bro. So whatever, you know, whatever. I'm good. I'll be all right. Hurt a little bit, you know, my idol, you know, my hero. So you can't meet your heroes, man. Shit. No, I'm good. As you could tell, that was just bad acting. Shoot. Yeah. So, yeah. More leaks are coming, DJ Rick. Oh, I miss a lot of the chat. So yeah, that's part of the update, be jamming, that you can access the SD card. You were asking for that before this even came out. I know that. That's a good thing though, for sure. That's a good thing. So I want to try to figure out the whole system. I don't know I think it's kind of a limited browser, and I was navigating through it. Let me pull it up instead of having this camera on my face. You guys probably want to see the MPC sample, what it does. So shift project. So interesting, you go to load project and then you find kits within that. I don't know why it's set up like that. And then you have user folder. I don't know if, has anybody, B-Jam, have you like messed around with plugging this into a computer and setting up your own little layout? Can you put folders within this, or is it going to be kind of like, I think the SP, where you had to put just loose samples in here into the user section? Or are you going to be able to do kits? So I wanted to experiment with like trying to load a kit in here and see what happens, even with like multiple layers, just to see. But I don't think there's a place for them. I don't think I could put anything in. Maybe I could put something in the kit section. These must be. That's worth looking at. Let me see. I don't have all the adapters to plug this in, I don't think, right now, and be able to access it while I have. Yeah, because earlier I took my mic out to plug this in. But I'm wondering, are these XPM, these kits, these XPM files, or what are they? I did put my SD card, my micro SD card, into my MPC Live earlier because I was gonna transfer a kit. I was like, nah, let me not do that. I don't want to make a mess of my browser because I'm kind of OCD like that, you know, just in case it didn't work. Well, I had to take the risk eventually, but I was looking at the project files. It's laid out just like it would be for your other MPC, like it's .xpj or whatever it is. So that's like that. Yeah. So. I don't know if this is a sample I want to mess with. Yeah, there's a lot in here. I should just try to get busy and ignore you guys, right? Instead of trying to like reply to everything I was saying.
Make the changes, here's the time. All those silly words don't seem to rhyme. Now I'm cold and I wonder why my buffalo mansions seem to touch the sky.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna put another record on, but I want to chop what I had just to mess with the chop. Let's see what that's like a little bit. Another thing which I think I was wrong about, I was assuming that the chop was going to be activated by 16 levels, and as you can see with the 16 levels we're looking at, You only have 3 different types. I could see this being updated in the next update, right? I would hope that they at least add scales to this. But yeah, there's no slice on this like I thought. So let me just turn it off. So the chop is its own thing. It's kind of an auto chop. I don't know about that. The chop type, regions 8. So yeah, so chop is just activated with its own little chop button, which is cool. And then like this is the workaround with the loop pop thing I want to check out. I just gotta I think that's gonna work if I find a USB cable. I could probably do that. That should be cool. That's definitely a cool little workaround. So okay, let me put another record on. This ain't it. Praise strings. Has anybody found how to tempo detect? I believe there's an auto detect, and then you can do by beats. So. I'm just gonna have to pull up sample it. I'll just pull up Splice or something. Splice would be an easy way. Making things hard on myself right now. Let me just get a cool little soul sample from Splice. Shit. There's a metronome button. Where's that at? Oh, okay. There's a metronome button right there. Metronome on, off. Okay, simple. But, oh, okay. Yeah, it's on play now. Thanks, bro. It's on play. Here we go. Metronome gang. Rough mixing on this thing is dope. I'm actually fine with the single sequencer, no doubt. Sesh Beats was good. Porch Bass, what's up? DJ Skills, what's happening? Appreciate it, though. I didn't even read your name there. Ocho Man, what's up? Crazy Wabbit, what's happening? Lexus Way, what's up, man? Stretching real time. World Needs a Hero, what's good? World Needs a Crazy Rabbit. Yeah. What happened here? Grab that. All right, stuff like this right here. This is cool. Like, I think this is better than like the average MPC. Just having, I mean, this is kind of like the new touch strip that you get, and you got like kind of touch strip features, you know. So here, it's kind of like your touch strip Q-Link type access. I like it on pad volume right now. You do pad tune, and that's old school pad tune. That's cool. I remember that's one thing I used to like to do is like make drum kits on my 1000 and just set the slider to pad tune, and then you get, you know, you just pitch it and get these, you know, it gives you like a whole nother drum kit just hearing it in a different semitone pitch and all that. But yeah, just having, this is cool, like just being able to, you're mixing real quick, real easy. Chop that. Chop tight. Let's go. Maybe I should figure out if my loop is good though. Let's just try it. And this beats like the EP-133 just because it's an MPC. There's no dedicated full level button, but if you go, you know, shift and this pad, then I got full level on. With the EP-133, you're like going in, you're holding shift plus erase and you're turning the knob, or you're clicking the little plus and minus buttons till you get to velocity on the pads and then you switch it. It's just, that's not a cool workflow. It's a menu diving kind of thing. I think 8 chops is good enough, and then amp envelope, just kind of clean this up a bit. All right, next I want to figure out how to where is, I gotta look this up, I think. Anybody know? Let me just try to go to the bottom of this chat. Anyone answer my question? How do you? Yes, I could use tap tempo for sure. Bolo, what's up, Bolo? I didn't read your name there. How you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in. It has tap. Yeah, it has tap, but man, I'm trying to, do you ever use the from BPM feature? Like you could just input the amount of beats that are in your loop and it gives you like a very precise reading, and then you can send that to your project. That's just how I like to work since I've found that out. I used to do the tap tempo all the time, but if I could just do that, and I want to figure that out just so I know how to do it. I'm gonna pull up the Akai, let's see if I can find the Akai video, Andy Mac, that I watched earlier, because I know he covered it a little bit. I think this is it. Hopefully it has Want to battle me? Want to battle me? Oh, there's no.
Which delivers.
There's no.
Here, I'm starting off with a filter.
What do you call it? No chapters on this.
Call that straight back. Here's an example. And then we can truncate this. And now I've got that melody that I was just playing. Even portable.
Sure. This. I might have to, maybe if I go to Loop Pop video, have a.
Pads. If I've got a breakbeat running, I've got loop on, and it's just going to keep looping around for me. And once you've got your chops, we can quickly record this straight into the MPC sample sequencer.
Let me see if Loop Pop will do it for me. He's always got chapters on his. Maybe Anderton's.
In, and we can bring it down.
Real time, swing, file management, undo, step edit, swing.
Volume.
Time stretching, maybe under time stretching.
With a question.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Warp.
Time stretching, that is.
Where'd the audio go? What are they? We got a sample on this section or what?
Go with the question.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Warp.
Time stretching, that is. Let me show you something real quick. We're going to make a sequence.
I only need to say one word and he's off.
So I've got a sample here. We're going to turn on time stretch, and we can jump between two different time stretch modes. We've got time stretching and repitch. If we do time stretch, that means that we can increase our tempo.
Oh, under warp, that makes sense.
So
be under warp.
at the moment we're on 94. So
let me just jump into warp real quick. Let's see if that'll do. So I got my sample, shift. Exporting arrangement, what did I just do? I pressed the wrong button. I did resample instead, so warp. Let's see. Okay, we'll just tap tempo it. Let me just keep it simple. Quantize, go quantize on. clear this out without. So now there's like a quick way. 72.82. If I hit erase and hit a pad, it's gonna clear the whole sequence. Okay, I kept it at 78.2. Okay, cool. My bad, that was 2 bars. I gotta redo that. Okay. This is good, fellas. It's good. It's just me that's messing up. But I had to clear it because there's no rec over. Everything's like just overdubbing, so I gotta do that again. But then I had to set the bars again. There's gotta be like another way to just erase the notes real quick without clearing the whole sequence. But for now, this is what I know. Make sure that chops on. Turn velocity off. Kind of sloppy. I gotta turn quantize off real quick. All right, so shoot, how do I erase all that? I guess I can go to like what step edit and just delete this stuff. Yeah, let me just do it that way. This one. That's a quick way of erasing stuff. I don't know if that's the only way. Not what I was thinking, but that works. And I gotta turn quantize off. Right here. Oh, okay. My bad. So I erased everything. I was thinking in terms of tracks, so that's where I messed up. I thought I was just on the pads. Let's see if I can undo that. Let's see. So I need to just delete. Okay, so let me see. I think these are the drums. So A01, A05, A07, and C01, I think. Is there only one? what do you call it, like step edit information for the chop, because it's just one pad technically. Oh, we got a lot more going on right there. Shit. Oh, okay. See what I'm doing. Just scrolling through the sequence linearly, and then deleting any of the pads that say A1 for my drums. So I just want to redo my drums with quantize off. Shit, it might just be easier to do the whole. Nah, let me do it this way. There's gotta be another way. I'm just live right now. Oh, that's a lot of notes, man. There's definitely a different way of doing this. Okay, back in business now. Quantize off. All right, let me just do my kick and snare and toms and crash. Ah. Oh, some mess ups there. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure out a better way of erasing my notes just on there. I guess there's probably kind of the classic way, right? Where you go, I can just go like. Can't really hold them all the way. Oh, okay, hold on. Guess that did it, but that's kind of weird. Oh, no. No. Did I just clear? I cleared it. Dang, I gotta do it again. I guess there's no undoing a clear sequence. Dang. guess from here. Sample from the phone right quick. Let's see. I have my cord in here. Yeah, fellas, I'm not even trying to keep up with the chat too hard today because it's going to drive me nuts. Let's see. Maybe I'll sample something from like, maybe I'll get an instrument sample from FL Studio. Let's see how that goes. From the mobile app. FL Studio Mobile. Let me pull that up. What? There we go. Then I think I might have to go switch it to USB probably. Then I think I might have to go switch it to USB probably. I'm kind of curious about the MIDI now. Let me see if the MIDI works. Like, MIDI configuration, MIDI port external, MIDI in, all, MIDI out, channel 1. So, yeah, I'm not sure how this works. Pad MIDI in, off, pad MIDI out, always MIDI sync in, MIDI through, receive program change. This is pretty deep as far as this goes. Maybe just look inside of here. TM settings. Akai MPC sample. So that's there. But how do you set the MIDI channel on the pads? That's the question. Does it, what about like 16 levels? Sequence. MIDI channel out. Let's just go. Let's see if there's an all option. No. Just one. I gotta switch it back to USB. One thing I like about the SP is that it just automatically has the USB audio in. I don't gotta switch it, so I could keep talking to y'all like this, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole MIDI thing. All right, well, got a sample out of that. Yeah, so I don't know about the whole MIDI thing. There, got a little sample in. That works easy, but MIDI will need some kind of exploration. I don't even know how you would set that since there's no tracks. I'm wondering if it works a little bit like maybe it works like the K.O.II was actually really cool. I think that's probably a reason that's the K.O.II is worth keeping, is the MIDI on it. It's pretty powerful and it's cool the way they got it set up. So I wonder if it's like that per pad. If there's a pad setting on this, maybe there's no like specific pad. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, for the most part, it's better than the K.O.II, I would say. Pad, screen, just moving around so far. Yeah, I mean, shoot, man, like, you could get an MPC one at the same price like a used one. That's true, and you can do a lot more. But that doesn't necessarily make it better. Like, I think there's things that lend to this making better, just the workflow. If you're just trying to have fun, I think this is probably more fun than sitting in front of any of the other MPCs. And it's gonna be a whole lot funner once I figure out where everything is, you know, and do some workarounds for the scale mode, or if they release that, it's gonna be good. I think if you're a newbie, I'd probably go with this, David Scott. I see a lot of people get turned off if you never use an MPC and you go into trying to use a new one. It's just there's a lot going on them that can be discouraging. What's up? Produced by Finn, man. How you doing? Did you grab one of these up? Yeah, the MIDI. I don't know what's going on with the MIDI. I don't know if it's supposed to just like. It's got to be something that activates it, because I don't know if I'd want to just be triggering MIDI notes while also having samples on the pad. That doesn't make sense. So hopefully it's like the K.O.II, where you can pretty much with the K.O.II, you can set a MIDI channel to any of the pads and then turn. That's why I was trying to do 16 levels, because you turn the keyboard mode on the K.O.II, and then you can control an external sound with it. I'm sure there's a way to go on Ableton. I don't know if there's any dedicated features to make that more seamless. DJ Knox. I have updated Blippo. Go to step and delete all notes from grid. Am I in step edit right now? Yeah, I don't want to do all of them, but that would be the way of going about, I guess. I don't see where there's an all. notes from Grid though. Yeah, but I'm updated, so yeah. So you got chromatic scale, but no scales yet. But I imagine it's gonna be updated. Especially like you look at that note we were talking about earlier. If you look at the Amazon link listing, I saw it like a few of us seen it the night before release, last night I guess. And it had a little side note. It says that there'll be project support with MPC 3, but that's coming in April. So hopefully they're on the right timeline for April to get an update. Maybe it'll hit right around 404 day, you know, and we'll get some scales, man. Is there a section on the MIDI and the Andertons? BG White, what's good? Yeah, so I did update Bronco Argentina. What's up with pattern merge like koala? Yeah, that seems useful. I've never used it, but I can imagine what you're talking about. Might be the best one, sure. It's going to be the one that's better for your workflow. MIDI is broke, really? Is that what you're hearing? Yeah, like we said, B-Jammin and I are both updated to the latest, so. Yeah, man, just Google, what I reckon, just Google MPC sample firmware update, and there's a Reddit post. It'll be like the first thing that pops up, and there's a link. Empty pad bank for MIDI out. So completely empty one. Let's try it. Let me go on the D. There's nothing there. But I'm not plugged into USB anymore. Oh shoot, I'm about to lose all the battery on this. I don't know how that happened so quick. MIDI out is no problem. Oh. Okay. MIDI in. I haven't, yeah. Are you using like the mini jacks or USB? Let me try to open FL Studio again. USB. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't do anything for me as far as the MIDI out. Let's see what the Andertons videos got. I don't know. What do we need to look at here? I don't know. I kind of want to look at file management.
The file structure. We've got all the storage here.
So
how do you get it?
So there's two things. So if we want to load up a project, we just hit Shift and we can go load project. So we can load an entire kind of combination of different kits and everything that are set across the 8 banks.
That would be like the whole 8 banks you've
But we can also just load the kit. So we can just simply load the kit without the sequences, right? But also, if you go into sample, we can go. So we could go sample, and now we can go into our internal library. So like I said, with all of the sounds that it comes with, you've got all of these different categories of sounds, samples, claps, loops, just.
Crikey.
So load it, and now it's on there.
Oh, it makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Go to Knob Effects, and remember.
The audio just disappear on it again.
Let's go to Knob Effects, and remember, these two samples here are the ones that we want to kind of pump, right?
So
with
there's
sidechain.
right?
So we go to Shift Effects, and
unsure
we go
if there
down to
was
our
sidechain.
pumper, and we go, okay, they're the two that I want to pump, and then we get this kind of vibe.
The implementation is so good.
All right, let me try that with the sample. So, turn my metronome off real quick. Okay, so I'll be on MPC and then knob effects. It's pumping my voice right now. So this is like an imitation sidechain because there's no input, right? So it's just, even if like my drums are muted, it's still pump most likely. Oh, I gotta kind of mess with that, not sure. But look, check. You can hear it pumping like constantly. It's just the signal is just doing this pumping thing. So as I'm talking, you can hear my voice kind of like ducking. So I don't know. I think that must be a kind of a bug because, you know, you go to your sample input settings, input configuration window, shift sample, and there should be no effects on my voice right now coming in the mic. So yeah, so that's how it works. You only get one effect, so the knob effects will apply to your vocal, but this should not be. I don't know. I guess it is. I guess it's not. It's just constantly going. Maybe. Mic check. One. No, it is. It's on my voice. Like earlier when I had the vinyl sim on it, whenever I would talk, there would be the vinyl cracker would come in. So that's got to be a bug. I mean, this does nothing on and off. It's just on at all times, even with the off. I know you guys could even see that. I'd have to zoom in to show you that the settings here. See that rec input effects is set to off, on, makes no difference. So I think that needs to be fixed. So if I want to erase this. See, now that I did not want to do. I don't want to erase the pad. So we got to be on. Gotta be on playback. Do it live for this. Yeah, you could do chromatic mode. No scales was the thing though. Can't record in chromatic mode on the 4.4. You can record chromatic mode on the SP. Yeah, you can. Maybe you're just not updated. It is a little weird though sometimes. Like you gotta like be MacGyver with it, where you start the record playback or the pattern, and then like cut it off, and then go find your sample, turn chromatic mode on, and then start record again. It's not smooth. Linda Son, what's good, man? See, the manual. You read the manual? So how do you actually trigger MIDI out then? Like I had FL Studio open, FL Studio recognized the MPC sample under the MIDI settings. The audio was working all right. Someone said put an empty bank on, and then from there, what do you do? Because I wasn't able to trigger anything just by turning it on. I tried to put 16 levels on. Certified Beats was good. Thanks, man. Oh yeah, be jamming. I don't think. All right, man. For the MPC world, because this is what you just said. I'm going up on the chat. You said even the SP404 Mark II gives you 2 octaves of MIDI on the MIDI board. See, I think that's where the issue is that 16 levels has never been accessible from a keyboard, because it's 16 levels, which represents the pads. So yeah, unless they add some kind of functionality with that, man, I don't think that's going to be possible. So if that's what you're doing, it's not that it was broken, it just wasn't intended to work that way, which is sad, because I think that is a pretty big limitation. But now when I think about it, as far as the SP only having 2 octaves, I've never really questioned that about the MPC, just because who really uses 16 levels for tuning your samples at this point, unless you're not using any of the new MPCs, because now you got pad perform mode with plugins and all that. So, but yeah, it wasn't built to do that. I don't think that functionality is there. Not sure if they're going for that, but they should. They should. Like I was saying, like months back, is like they should expand 16 levels to, I would say 128 levels, because you get all the banks or whatever. But I mean, you don't even have that many notes on a piano. But yeah, if you could expand it and then allow it to be played on a keyboard, would be cool. But yeah, it's never really been that way with the MPC. $70 Human, SP Mark II versus the sample. I like the sample, bro. I like the SP for many reasons. I'm gonna have to get it back. It's been a while since I used it, but I'm not in a hurry. But if 404 day comes around, I'm gonna try to get my SP back if the update is cool. But for me, like, this has things that the SP doesn't have, like the non-destruct chopping. I think the destructive chopping on the SP is kind of, it like kills your banks. Like it'll eat up a whole bank. Like this is what I would want to see on the SP, the non-destructive chopping, where you could have 16 samples. So like, yeah, this is limited to 16 chops, just like the SP is, but it's non-destructive, and I could have just short samples of the same song that I'm sampling, and just have different sections. Just like have little 2 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 4 bar, maybe 4 might be too much to chop into 16. Just depends on how fine you want to chop. And then just put them next to each other on that same bank. And like if I got 2 samples on the bank, then I have 32 chops, you know? So like I could take a longer sample, chop it into smaller bits so that I can get more chops out of it, just by you know, moving out and going into the chop screen for the different pads. That's much better. That's much better for sure. So I mean, there's gonna be trade-offs, I guess. I think the effects might not be there, but I haven't explored them. I think you get more buses. So far, it looks like there's only 1 bus as far as the knob effects. And then I haven't even tested the pad effects. I guess let me test the pad effects, huh? See what that's like. We got flex beat. See, that's a check 1, check. Why is my voice going through still? How many of y'all think that's normal? Should that be working that way? Nah. But okay. So you get the aftertouch there, which is cool. So it's like you can press hard and then kind of press. Reverb. Mic check. Okay, so that's so this is flex beat. Like I never really messed with flex beat. don't know how to work that. It sounds sloppy. Just hit it on a beat. All right, so what's the 4 effects engines? Is 1 and 2? Like, what is? And then there's like, I guess there's a master compressor, right? And that, I guess that's what we're talking. Probably they're talking about. Right, here's the master compressor. I don't hear a difference. Oh, this is full level, my bad. Compressor's right here. Oh, the duck goes to sleep. Look at that. So what's the color doing? Y'all hear something? See, that's the thong you are. We all are, and you ain't read the manual. 2 hours. Lack of keys and scales is a gas killer for me on MPC samples. For me, I'm also quite disappointed, by the way. No one has commented on what I said about Loop Pop's little thing, though. Y'all haven't seen that. That'll hit your scales pretty good. But I guess it's limited to whatever instrument you sample in. Yeah, man, this over the K.O.II for me. Oh, Ali Star, were you talking to B Jamming? He read the manual. Turn monitor to auto. What's that gonna do? I beat you to Guitar Center? No way, man. Aren't you in like Philly? Where you're like 3 hours ahead of me. You didn't go to the store, huh? Yeah, you should be able to record into the built-in mic through while the sequence going. There's the built-in mic, and then set this to sequence. Yeah, mic check one. Gotta find a pad to put it on. Right. And then is there a way to I remember seeing a way to trigger. Yeah, no. Trying to stab a little bit, man. This is already recording. Trying to stab a little bit, man. Trigger the root. This is already recording. Trigger the root was on the side. Yeah, there's a way I seen Andy Mack doing it where I guess where maybe it's like this. Nah. That's how you would do it, I think, in the K.O.II. Hold shift and then press the pad and it'll wait. But I seen him do it where it didn't start recording till he hit play. And unless I looked at it wrong, he was just triggering it simultaneously. The loop, it's all the same. Oh, okay, it's waiting on the loop right here, huh? So if it's playing already. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Side his body be the bounce. Keep our soul some elevate from the root up to the crown. Got a whole imagination, can't you see? So picture this, a world free of hate. So yeah, I did that fixed length, so. It's kinda sad. It's kinda sad, but we'll be down as long as shackled bodies change. Side his body be the bounce. Keep our souls some elevate from the root up to the crown. Got a whole. So that's a good way of getting the vocals in there, or getting an instrument in externally. But I don't know. It still sounds like it's pumping. I thought I turned that. Why does it still sound like it's okay? Oh, it's because I had the compressor on. That's right. Yeah, have you tried the app out, B Jamming? The Loop Hops thing? I don't know. I was imagining using the MIDI features like as far as like sequencing external MIDI. And it seems pretty cool. It looked like Andy Mack was doing it pretty good with he had some kind of, I think he was using a mobile app. I'm not sure what it was. Mohammed, what's up, man? Yeah, I did the update already. Sesh beats, hashtag free the MIDI. If it's modernized, it's not going to be that, though. People would trick themselves into that box, but hey. There's yeah, it seems like there's going to be an update soon, sometime in April. Oh, yeah, I forgot about being curious if there's going to be a grid editor. Yeah, I mean, put in your requests and all that, you know. Like I want to see pad layers. I mean, if you could do 20 minutes per pad, then why can't you do layers? You know, 2 gigs. It should definitely be capable of it. And then of course, chromatic scales. That's the main two things I like to see. Maybe basic key groups in an update though. That would be dope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to see if maybe I can create my cycle kits on the MPC live and then bring them over here. So I gotta test it, see if it works. It does have mute groups, yeah. I've got a mute group set on so if you go zoom in. The mute groups are under tune, I think. Yeah, right here under tune. So you go to the last little window and you'll see it says play, and then you can set to mono or here. In the middle one you can set to mute group. And let me see how many mute groups there are. There are 16 mute groups. Yeah, pad link is layers, but that's not what I'm looking for. I meant like layers, and as in I could like cycle them or do randomization. Yeah, they should be able to do scales without even doing key group support though, because it is in 16 levels in all the other MPCs in MPC 3. LAUNCHKEY Mark 4 might be dope, but yeah, like we were talking about earlier, I think there's that limitation. There's 16 levels, can't be controlled externally, so it's kind of pointless unless you make your own. Because that's another thing you could do. You just take a bank and then pitch a sample to different notes on that bank, and then just play it externally. That should work, I think. Maybe Akai could do pad links. What is pad links? Is that the same as that? There is pad links. It's called simult. I had seen it. I don't know where it's at. I believe they have it. I swear I thought I seen it. It might. I'm not sure it is, but it's somewhere in there. Yeah, maybe that's what maybe that's the model, Par D. Like letting the community speak and seeing what they want. Yeah, be jamming. You're good because you play good. So, I mean, for the music you're making. Yeah, I don't know so much about the MIDI right now. I tried to plug it into a mobile app, FL Studio Mobile, and I couldn't get it. Although FL Studio Mobile did recognize, I'm just not sure what I'm missing. But it's getting pretty late, and I've been on here for 2 hours, so yeah, my family stepped out. They're probably waiting for me to let them know if it's a good time to come back. So I'm gonna drop out of here. Play twice shift. What does that mean? And it still sounds like that that pumper is on. So I don't know what's up with that. There. Yeah. So you gotta bypass this. There's no way to select nothing. Yeah, so I mean, Akai, like, historically, has done a lot of updates with their MPCs, and they've come a long way. But, it's been like 9 years since the live was dropped, So that's crazy. So yeah, I imagine they can do some stuff with this, especially since they're saying MPC 3 support. So there's got to be some capability that's coming. Yeah, stems would be interesting. I'd like that. I don't know if it'd be out of the possibility. I don't know much about technical stuff, but the basics 2 gig of RAM is there, so I don't know what kind of processor it needs to do that. All right, Sesh Beats, peace, man. Much love. All right, Ellie Star. Yeah, I'm gonna drop off here, man. Thanks y'all for kicking it. Appreciate y'all.